closing. And it's looking like I thought it would be. Pretty flat. The reason I'm doing the closing is because we're at a critical point. And I'm looking for some interesting movement soon. Just not today, it looks like. Oh, all right. So on the daily, again, as earlier mentioned, oh, we got a nice gap up. All right, yeah. Figure that one. We're looking at this red line, about 572, maybe 570 by the time we reach it. That's the 200 moving average. And it's gonna determine a lot. But look at that doji. See, this is the sideways chop. Nothing crazy today. We had a range, 558, 564. Decent inner day trades, but generally speaking here, I wouldn't even be playing it. And we might be selling off right now. We still got so 8 minutes, and we're still looking for a ton of volume to come in. Normally, take a look at the previous day volume candles. Look at how much we went. The whole day is down here, which is kind of where we were, and then it popped crazy. So I want to see what's going to happen at the last 5 minute candle. That's what I'm here for. So it's going to be a short session and just a gathering of end of daily processes. And so far, not too, it's not impressive today. The problem is this. Excitement happens before end of yesterday. We did have a big dump in the morning, in the beginning, and then a decent recovery, not bad. Then we kind of stopped the recovery, we side chop, and then another big move later. There's this stigma in the market that the first 30, 40, that's why I don't trade until I see decent amounts of like space, maybe two or three 30-minute candles before I can really determine what's happening where. So if we go to the 30, there it is. The first 30-minute candle dumps. The second one starts to liven up a bit, which is good. But then it gets boring. Nothing happens. And then the last 30 minutes really, well, not even last 30, it's like 15 minutes from the day before. Yeah, like the last 15 minutes, the last 5 minutes. So yeah, 15 minutes, it pumps up again. That kind of activity is institutional. The end of the day, normally institutions hedge themselves based on the option market. Beginning of the day, there's no particular reason for crazy volatility other than everyone's excited about trading, or in this case, scared about what happened in pre-market and then continuing that scare and then recovering from it. But today we tried a good pump, but it didn't really do much. It just side chopped all day. I kind of saw it after the first, I don't know, hour of me watching the market this morning. There was no excitement down. There was no excitement up. It just kind of based in here, and I'm like, oh, we're just gonna have a side day today. So there it is. Now it's the end, last 5 minute candle, which is gonna be a pretty big volume. So now we start to see what's gonna happen, and it's not holding. It is not holding. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. So I'm seeing weakness, very much weakness. Probably going to enter a couple of more shorts. A very ugly day. I mean, it's not ugly, it's boring. But boring normally means like ugly. Because if we're not moving in the direction that we're hoping to move at, well, all else is just kind of wherever the momentum's going, and that momentum's kind of fallen. So this should make it a negative daily now. Yep, there it is, negative daily. Ooh, it's going. It's gonna gap fill and it's gonna leave a big wick up there, which is gonna show pretty big weakness. And we're trying, like the mechanics here is we're trying to get up here to this. This is the general trend attachment, the pull, if you will. But if I do kind of zoom out and take a look at some discrepancies here, I can find, no, not that great. Not that great of a trend. We did, I guess I can do it right here. It popped out. It got some momentum from the leaving of the downtrend. It tapped on the top of that downtrend resistance or support. Now it's trying for another boost up, but it's not seeming to, what's the word, enthusiastic about it? It was a doji, now it's becoming more and more red. And we're also moving below the 5 minute 200 moving average. What's the 15 look like? Ooh, is that going to be a new intraday low? It is. On the end of the day. Not looking good. Like the general fundamentals of the market, bad GDP, expected, um, higher expected layoffs. A lot of fundamentals are not screaming good market. And also, four interest cuts have been already priced into the amount we're in right now. So it's a lot of positivity and something that's not actually positive. The movement of the price action is positivity, but the fundamentals of the actual events happening, not very positive. And there it is. The closing candle. I think it's going to continue. Depending on this candle, it might continue, it might base around this area. But I mean, it's still looking at a gap fill underneath. That's a big wick up here, yo. It's a big, tiny wick right there. I mean, a big, long wick. This one's tiny. All right, let's see what's happening in the after hours for a bit. Probably do another 20 minutes. Probably gonna put some music on.
Digital ghosts, haunting my screen, binary dreams. Ciphers crumble as I scheme, cracking the seams. Fingers dance, spider legs across keys unseen. Firewall crumble, the fortress turn a meme. Thicket shadows outsmart the echelon. To beat the code, you tangle with the hexagon. Zeros whisper truth, once point the neon. Cipher samurai, slicing up the lexicon. Shamasa strum while the data stream split. Encrypted scrolls unravel, I'm building my kit. A Trojan horse, nah, it's a bulletproof wit. To beat the game,
Let's get the chat open.
Puzzle unspoken, find the lock and key. Double agents cracking, let the matrix breathe. The hustle unseen, intellect unsheathed. Their system's mine now, yeah we make them see. Thinking shadows outsmart the echelon. To beat the code, you
Oh, nope, it's still going. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Cipher samurai, slicing up the lexicon. Error message scream, that's my battle cry. Hackers laying a woven webs in a pixel sky. From ciphers to samples, all tools I defy. Cause to be a hacker, you gotta redefine the why.
Biden market? What? Someone's still living in 4 years ago. Damn. It could be an island reversal, but it's not big. It's not a big island at all. Island reversals are normally when you have this hype up, gap up, and then it doesn't. That candle just doesn't do good. Sometimes it bases a couple of times, like you'll see a couple of candles in this area, and then another gap down, and then it just dumps. And then that's called an island because it's just an island of candles up there.
System power in the veins, starts not the way, no shackles, no chains. Metal round and hard while the plasma rains. Echo rounds the future, no one can explain. Drums roll heavy, amplifier scream. Rhythm already, shatter any dream. Code rewritten, we the virus in the stream. Protocol of dominance, electrify the theme. Daring forces, marching skies, we ignite. Charge across the cosmos, lightning in the night. Orbiting the chaos, rooted in the fight. Commands the heart, be steady, fierce and tight. Daring forces, marching skies, we ignite. Charge across the cosmos, lightning in the night. Orbiting the chaos, rooted in the fight.
Oh man, weird day, weird aftermarket, weird last closing minute. It's not a big volume, is it? No, it's not even that big. Look, this candle here is the closing for today. But then look at yesterday's closing. It's way up top. And then, yeah, look how big yesterday's was, the last hour. And we're pretty big, but still around average. That sell-off was not like volumey. So I waited all day for this move.
down deep, swarms on the creep. Tunnel worms chew through the cosmic heat. Electric trap spark, dim lit in the dark. Hive-minded thoughts, wired sharp like an arc. Rules spreads wide, galaxies collide. Crew flows quicker, nowhere to hide. Circling sprint, talent tips glint. Galactic domination, that's the hint. Bunch of the swarm, endless and vast. Flesh turns to ash, their shadows are cast. Tunnel worms twist through the unknown. Electric traps fly, the hive has grown. Pylons flicker, their walls crumble. Zerg roar echoes, empires stumble. Hyperlisk stare, venomous glare. Minions done, no calm, just despair. Spines rise sharp from the land below. Infestation seeds begun to grow. The storm commands, no time to pause. Every foe consumed, no matter the cause. March of the swarm, endless and vast. Flesh turns to ash, their shadows are cast. Tunnel worms twist through the unknown. Electric traps fly, the hive has grown. Digital ghosts haunting my screen. Binary dreams, ciphers crumble as I scheme. Cracking the seams, fingers dance, spider legs across keys unseen. Firewall crumble, their fortress turned a meme. Thinking shadows outsmart the echelon. To beat the code you tangle with the hexagon. Zeros whisper truth, ones point the neon. Cipher samurai, slicing up the lexicon. Buzz in the circuit, minds in the sync. Cobweb shimmer, plot to the brink. Laser eye focus, schemes in the mist. Enemy shaking, clenched in the fist. Strategic planners, chessboard in the dome. Click clack tactics, squads leave no home.
Ooh, cells.
Electric, the maps are grid. Hive built strong, no cracks, no skid. Swarm the system, boundless energy. 1,000 minds, one synergy. Give them that rhythm, that unison sting. Kings in the network, let the battle ring.
Ooh, a big cell order coming in.
Encrypted whispers, shadowed in the cloud. Plans in the pulse, murmurs getting loud. Blueprints glowing on the temple walls. Stack strategy, pyramids won't fall. One thought flows, a tidal wave crew. Synapse soldiers coming for you. No lone wolf here, this pack don't stray. Overwhelm the board, make the weak decay. Swarm the system, boundless energy. 1,000 minds, one synergy. Give them that rhythm, that unison sting. Kings in the network, let the battle ring. From the basement, floors where the roaches creep. Dreams of high towers where the stars do leap. Low budget meals, still the rhyme so rich. Underdog story, let me scratch that itch. Street symphony, stars write the score. From nothing to something, we knocking at the door. Climb on my kicks, but the spirit stay clean. The rise of the underdog, you know what I mean. $4 mic, spitting gold from the rust. Turn pain into lyrics with beats you could trust. 36 chambers in this chessboard game, but a pawn to a king, now remember my name. Got no bends, no ice on my wrist. Still lighting torches like the masses enlist. 240 beats make the passion ignite. The bottom don't break us, it teaches us fight. Flipping words heavy like weights in the gym. Plotting stories vivid, every bar like a hymn. Ghetto preacher vibes paint the pavement raw. Blueprint unfold as I even the score. Street symphony, scars write the score. From nothing to something, we knocking at the door. Grime on my kicks, but the spirit stay clean. The rise of the underdog, you know what I mean.
Home buyer demand across.
From the basement, floors where the roaches creep. Dreams of high towers where the stars do leap. Low budget meals, still the rhyme so rich. Underdog story, let me scratch that itch. Street symphony, scars write the score. From nothing to something, we're knocking at the door. Crime on my kicks, but the spirit stay clean. The rise of the underdog, you know what I mean. The rise of the underdog, you know what I mean. Tightening shadows, cold sparks of night. Binary soldier, my weapon takes flight. Keys clack like a cat, encrypt the fight. Rise of the underdog.
Late night lights, they start to glow. Shadows dance while time moves slow. Feel the pulse, the city's beat. A rhythm carved in every street. Neon whispers hum and sway. Words unspoken slip away. Echoes call from deep inside. A world where secrets never hide. Drop the bass, let it unfold. Vibrations warm through nights so cold. Lose yourself in endless ways. Techno dreams the mind enslaves.
To the void, hive mind's extension. Deep in the shadows where the next dimension. Hide wasn't from the basement floors where the roaches creep. Dreams of high towers where the stars can leap.
Whispers in the shadows for kings and queens. Spinning the truth.